We're in the middle of August, which means it's time for a Deck of Penning update. This project was of course created by Emily. I will have her channel linked below, as well as the game board. If you want to look up the rules or play along, you can find all the information there. Let's jump right into it. I'm always working on 7 products in this project, and I have 5 rollouts this month. The first one is finally the Kevyn Aucoin bronzer in the shade Sunrise Light, which I had rolled in back in March for the Ace of Spades, and I had put that in for 50 uses, so it took me quite a while. I also had another bronzer in here for also 50 uses, which I had focused on first, which is why it took me so long to get this one done. This is how the product is looking now. Last update I was at 33 uses, and I've used it another 17 times since then, so this product is finally completed. In the previous updates I had said that I'm considering decluttering this bronzer after I've hit the 50 uses goal, because it is quite old and not performing as well as it used to, but now I'm not too sure about it, so I think I'm gonna hang on to it for a bit longer. Next is a product that I had rolled in back in May, and that is the Catrice brow pencil, the Slimmatic Ultra Precise brow pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I had rolled that in for the prompt this time last year, so something I had bought 1 year ago, and the goal here was to finish it, and now this is rolled all the way up and you cannot get anything out of there anymore. And this took me quite some time to finish. Last update I was at 97 uses, tracked uses for this year, and it took me another 12 uses to finish it. So I finished it after 109 uses this year, but I had already opened it last year, so it took a total of 115 uses to finish up this brow pencil completely. All the other products I had rolled in at the last update. These were the only 2 stragglers from previous month. And out of these 5 products, I have completed 3 of them. First is the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil in the shade Honey, which I had put in for the prompt Impulse, so an impulse purchase, and this is really what this was. Just some random day I watched someone on YouTube talk positively about it, and I just added it to cart and bought it without too much thought, to be honest. I had put that in for 20 uses and I've reached that goal pretty easily. It is a clear oil with a nice plush applicator. I don't love the fruity scent it has, but I also don't mind it too much. And I just have this standing on my desk, and then it's pretty easy to reach for this. The next card I drew last round was the 6 of Diamonds, which stood for the prompt Wish You Returned, and for that I put in this Sephora matte, what is it called? Blurring Matte lipstick in the shade 01. And this I wish I returned after I've noticed that it has a really strong fragrance that you can really taste in your mouth when you apply it. I had put that in for 10 uses, and I have to say that it wasn't as bad as I had thought to get to those 10 uses. I realized that I really like this color, and I also like the finish. The scent really is not great, but it wasn't too bad. But with those 10 uses in this project, I've also reached my goal on this product to reach for it 20 times within the year. So I don't really foresee myself going back to this anytime soon. The third product that I've reached my goal on this month is the third lip product. This is the Anastasia in Amber Sparkle, which I had put in for the 10 of Diamonds Metallic. I've put this in for 14 uses again, so this put me to my total of 20 uses for this product within this year, which I've now reached. This is how this gloss is looking. It's really fun and sparkly, But those 14 uses in this past month also made me realize that I really don't reach for this naturally. So all those uses I had to force myself to reach for it, because this is not something that I could wear to work, which is how I wear most of my lipsticks. So every time I've applied this was after work or at the end of the workday when I was sure I wouldn't have any more meetings. I've even removed it once or twice before leaving the house. So again, same as for the Sephora lipstick, I don't really foresee myself reaching for this another time this year, now that I've reached my goal on it. I mean, maybe for New Year's or something, we will see. Then the two products left are two cheek products that I had rolled in last month and I haven't quite reached my goal on them yet. The first one is the Gucci bronzer in the light shade, which I had put in for the prompt pattern. And I have put this bronzer in for 10 uses, and last month I've reached for it 5 times, so 5 more uses to go. Also giving you a swatch on this one. And then last but not least, for the prompt gemstone, I put in my RMS blush in the shade Crystal Slipper. I put this in for 12 uses, and so far I've reached for it 9 times. So only 3 more uses to roll it out of this project. And this is one of my favorite blushes of all time. So 5 rollouts, 2 products remaining in the project. That means it's time to draw 5 new cards. As always, there's one joker within this deck. I had already shuffled these, but to make sure, let's shuffle them a little bit more. I have the game board pulled up on my laptop. Let's cut the deck. And see what we get. 6 of hearts, this time last year. The 5 of clubs, gemstone again. 3 of diamonds, out of your hands. 2 more. 9 of hearts, wild card, and the 5 of diamonds, face of the brand. All right, I feel like last time I also had a lot of red cards and only 1 black card. A bit unfortunate that I have a repeat of the gemstone prompt, but I'm sure I will find something. Also, last month I filmed on the 11th of the month, but I'm in Central European time, so I think the game board hasn't been shuffled yet from the month before, because when I checked back a few days later, the game board had been shuffled. So my July picks were based on the June game board. Today is the 16th of August, so I also had a few extra days to work on my products this month, but I think maybe that is also why I have this repeat prompt now. Okay, let me read through the descriptions of the prompts and then go through my collection to find some products, and I will be right back. Okay, I've thought about it a bit more and I've just decided to redraw this card here, which is the prompt gemstone, because I had just drawn the same prompt last month and the product is even still in the project, and I don't want to have 2 products for the same prompt going in the project at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna draw another card. I promise I haven't peeked, and use that draw instead of this one. And it's the 9 of clubs, which is favorite category. So now I'm gonna run and pick out some products. All right, I'm back with my products. And for the first prompt, this time last year, I went through my records. And in August last year, I've actually purchased a few different products, but I decided to go with the Catrice Drunken Diamonds eyeshadow stick in the shade Lavender Jelly Haze. This is one of those cooling sensation eyeshadow sticks, and this is a frosty, sparkly lavender shade. I haven't used it too much yet, so I'm actually excited to maybe experiment with a few different ways to wear this. And I've put this in for 10 uses. Then for my redrawn card, favorite category, that definitely is blush. So I'm putting in one of my favorite blushes of all time, which is the Westman Atelier blush in the shade Mimi, which looks like this, and I'm also putting that in for 10 uses. The next prompt, Out of Your Hands, is a fun one where someone else has to decide what you work on, and you can have a pre-selection and then have someone else pick. So I decided to ask my boyfriend, out of these 4 lip products, which I should put in the project. All of these I bought in Japan last year and want to use a bit more. And he picked for me the CanMake Mochi Puro tint in the shade 05. And his reasoning was that even though I've purchased all of these in Japan, these 3 actually say made in Korea on them. I know for sure that these 2 are Korean brands. For Etude, I'm not too sure, but CanMake for sure is a Japanese drugstore brand. So this one it is. The 9 of Hearts corresponds to the prompt wildcard. And for that, I'm picking my Merit lipstick in the shade 1990. And I'm putting this in for 14 uses. The reason I'm picking this is that I'm currently trying to reach a minimum of 20 uses on all of my lip product within the year. And this one is just the next one in the list where I haven't hit this goal yet. This is also where the 14 uses are coming from. I need 14 more uses on this to reach my goal of 20 uses. And the last card corresponds to the prompt Face of the Brand, which I had to look up, but basically it means a brand where the owner is a celebrity or somehow famous person. And for that I decided to go with my Rhode Peptide Lip Shape in the shade Lift. Rhode, of course, is the brand of Hailey Bieber, and to be honest, I don't know anything else about her other than that she owns this brand and is married to Justin Bieber. So for sure, somehow famous celebrity person with a makeup brand. And I'm putting in this lip liner for 15 uses. I actually only need 10 more uses to also reach my 20 uses goal, but I wanted to shake it up since I'm pretty much choosing 10 uses for everything else already. Also, let me give you swatches of those lip products. So this is the CanMake Mochi Puro tint. It is a click up that you cannot roll back down. And it has a shiny but not super glossy finish. And quite a bit of pigment. The Merit lipstick is this nice semi-sheer brown. And the Rhode lip liner is this nice neutral pink. So this is the lineup for the next month. We have the 2 products from last round, a bronzer, a shimmery blush, and now with a cream blush, a cream eyeshadow, a lip liner, and 2 different colored lipsticks. I think this is a fun little collection. And as usual, my goal is to pretty much have a complete refresh each month. Let's see how it goes. Thank you as always for watching. See you soon. Bye.